Yo, welcome back to the Wavetech monthly series. Yes, I delayed the video again, I'm sorry, but here we are, so let's start our May update with the World Border gold farm progress. Last month I showed you our plans to make the fastest gold farm ever using the World Border portal linking mechanics. I'm not going to explain them again. If you're not in the loop, you should watch my previous video. I'm going to be honest, I did not expect us to make that much progress this month. First of all, a couple days after the April update, the bedrock breakers finished after breaking over 3 million bedrock in the 1k by 1k area on the nether side. There was actually one hiccup right at the end. Basically, when Tropical was setting up the breakers, he put some beacons in the corners as indicators as to where the breakers should finish. Makes sense. However, he forgot to remove one of the beacons, so the first layer breaker broke just 2 lines before finishing. Yikes, happens to everyone. Soon after the breakers finished, Neverglyde finished the trenches and Tropical built our nether world eater, which pretty quickly took care of the useless nether terrain. And now, as you can see, we once again find ourselves in a situation where we have 2 giant walls of ancient debris that nobody wants to mine. Honestly, this problem may hopefully vanish in the future, because I've seen on Discord that Cades and Tropical are working on a machine that should automatically mine all ancient debris left over after running a nether world eater. Yeah, if they manage to get that machine working, that's going to be awesome, but for now I think we will still have to mine all of this manually to make space for bedrock breakers, because the next step for the nether perimeter is to completely void it. Personally, I was hoping that we could get away with just breaking 4 out of 5 layers of bedrock in the entire area, and only break the last layer into the void where the farm is gonna go. Because having an entire perimeter with just a single flat layer of bedrock would look really cool. But yeah, unfortunately we tested the lag, and it's better if the perimeter is completely voided. And considering the speed of the farm, every single bit of lag efficiency counts. Now let's go see the overworld side. Since the last video, Neverglyde finished running the trenchers, and along with Tropical, they built a world eater that ran mostly fine, but there was one very weird situation where a minecart in one of the dupers got lost, and also part of the sweeper station just didn't launch. We tried to figure out what happened, but honestly, we're clueless. It just broke like that. I fixed it and it never happened again. Okay, so I'm recording this before I even wrote the script, but I gotta show you this. This is so funny. So the world eater is currently at Y-55, which is the level where most of the obsidian is, because this is the main level. So how do you remove all the obsidian? Well, you could place some beacons and mine it manually, but no! That is amazing. So Neverglyde decided that this is too much effort. So she built a machine where there's just a carpet bot mining it, and whenever it runs into obsidian, it just stops, it waits for the bot to mine it, and it just continues. Oh, this is just incredible. This is what peak laziness looks like. I love it. So we don't have to mine anything, like this bot is just going to manage all the obsidian inside of this perimeter. That is amazing. Anyway, back to the scripted part of the video, I guess. When that machine was running, I decided to do something that I haven't done in honestly probably years, which is mining diamonds. Like 4.5 years ago I made myself this texture pack that changes all the stone type blocks into a single gray texture, and highlights all diamonds by making them solid light blue, which helps spot them a lot. I also made a minimap like 7 times bigger, so when I finish mining a blob of diamonds, I just look at the map to see where the next blue spot is, and I just fly towards it. In the end, I mined over a shulker of deep slate diamond ore before I got bored. A couple days later, Neverglyde finished running the world eater with the smooth floor procedure, but that still leaves some gaps in the floor because, for example, ores have lower blast resistance. So she also built and ran a machine that automatically fills any gaps in the floor with gravel, so now we have a perfectly smooth floor in the entire 768 by 768 perimeter. This perimeter is so oversized. I honestly have no idea why I decided that I want this perimeter to be this big. There's only going to be a single tiny killing chamber for zombie piglins, 1 player, and a storage for approximately 51 million gold blocks. All of that stuff objectively does not need a 768 perimeter. So what's next for this perimeter? Probably decoration. We still don't have any concrete plans, but I'm sure that our builders will cook something insane. I'm not going to talk about the farm design itself yet, mostly because it feels like that our strategies just keep changing every week. All I will say right now is that we do have a prototype capable of processing well over the original goal of 20 million nuggets per hour without lagging the server, which is really nice. Quantum Tour. Last month, we also hosted a server tour for some of our friends from the Quantum server. We showed them a bunch of our projects like the recently finished passive mob farm, the Los Santos quarry, and the world border with the skeleton farm. We actually spent an insane amount of time here. That farm just has so many different things all over the place that it just takes a lot of time to show it all. I did record the entire tour, and eventually I want to edit and upload it to YouTube, so if you want to see it, make sure to subscribe. After the main part of the tour, we started going to random locations to, well, mostly do some shitposting, like here at the chicken jockey farm. Chicken jockey, chicken jockey, chicken jockey, jockey. Chicken jockey.
You're insane. JK, TP me back, I wanna...
Flint and steel! Flint and steel!
The brain rot goes ham.
Don't worry, the farm is fine. We restored the backup after the tour finished. Shrek Statue. Yeah, remember the Shrek Statue? Me and Earthquake definitely did. Since the last video, we placed over 1.2 million gold blocks and we're done with the pedestal. So yeah, finally, after over 2 million blocks of building the Shrek statue, we're building the actual Shrek. Building this thing is a really slow and tedious process, and it's not rewarding either. Basically, the only way to approach this without getting bored out of existence is to pull up a long YouTube video or something and watch it while sometimes restocking your inventory with more gold blocks. Not gonna lie, Bobby Broccoli's documentaries are perfect for this. We're still a long way out from finishing this. In fact, as you can see, the total blocks placed is at 2.5 million, so we're only approximately 50% done. Piston Bolt. For the longest time, we've been missing a couple stations from our Piston Bolt network, namely Mexico, and Brazil, which are our most distant quarries. The main problem with those stations was that we decided that we want to build a new network below the roof in the Mega Nether perimeter, because hey, why not? 90% of the locations already fall within the MNP. Over the past couple of months, I was expanding the Mega Nether perimeter both north and south, so we could finally have a bolt connection to those locations as well, and this month Trolley locked in and built them all, which means that now our Piston Bolt network is finally done. What you're watching right now is a time-lapse of me going to Brazil in the Piston Bolt, and yeah, it's quite far away. It is by far our longest Piston Bolt segments. I don't have the exact numbers, but from the last intersection to the end, it's approximately 7,000 blocks long. I feel like I've already said it multiple times, but now this project is only missing the decoration for both stations and bolts. So let's hope we can get them soon. June is going to be very exciting for us, because we're actually going to celebrate Wavetech's 5th anniversary, which is kind of unbelievable to be honest. Over half a decade, jeez. Anyway, thank you for watching, see ya!